Hello friends, how are you guys doing today? So today's topic we will talk about the job of editor and what are the skills required if you want to become an editor. In our previous videos, if you have not watched, you can always click on the I button. We talked about the various jobs, like we talked about graphic designer, we talked about animator, we also discussed about video editors. So if you are the one who is good in grammar, if you are the one who likes to do reading, and if you are the one who always finds some errors in the published books, this video is for you guys. The job of editor can be a very good career option for you, and we will discuss more detail about the editor's jobs. We will discuss about what are the skills required for editors. We will discuss about the certifications and training required. We will talk about the tools that requires for you to do editing. We will also talk about what are the different types of companies that hires copy editors or editors. We will also talk about what is the annual income or an average income that you can earn either as a full-timer or a part-timer or a freelancer. So we will discuss all the details in this video. Please stay till the end. You will also find a lot of tips in between. So editors are responsible for reviewing, checking the accuracy, polishing the text pieces, for example, article, books, or blog posts. So they go through it, they read line by line, word by word, and they find all the content, whether it is clear and understandable for the readers, whether it is using the correct sentence structure, whether there is a uniformity within the text, or whether the spellings are correct, or whether it is complete in the sense that if a reader is reading, he understands the complete topic. So that's what editors do, and this is the foundation of any content that goes out to publish. And if anybody is missing this important step, there are always chances that there are errors in the publishing content. So editors play a very, very important role. So generally, most of the time, editors follow certain style guide. We will also cover about style guide in the next minute. So they also work with the authors. They share their feedback with the authors, whether there is any improvement or error that author can look into it. So it's a collaborative effort between editor and the author. And then depending on the role and depending on the companies to companies, editors also assign topics to authors to write for them, and then they do the project management as well for those content. So what is style guide? So a style guide is a document that helps you format and design your content that you're going to publish, whether it is a print publishing or a digital publishing. So it covers aspects like punctuation, grammar, word usage, sentence structure, so that the company that you are working for or the company that is publishing a lot of content, the content across their publishing list is uniform, and the language or the sentence structure. So the entire content is in tune and it is uniform across the books or across the articles that they publish. So style guide is very important for editors. So there are a couple of very commonly used style guide. For example, you have Chicago Manual Style, you have APA. So there are a lot of them, and we will share some of those links in our description box as well. So what are the 10 skills required for one to be an editor? You need to have a very good grammar, you need to have an eye for detail, you need to be good in reading, you need to be you need to be working with tight deadlines, you need to have a good knowledge of publishing processes and industry, you need to have a good knowledge of MS Word, need to have an understanding of the style guide, you need to have a understanding of the subject that you are working on. So all these skills, about 10 of them, are very important for you to be a successful editor. So there are different courses, courses and certifications that you can look for on the internet or through a lot of universities and colleges. Some of them are, you can find courses on Udemy, you have courses on Skillshare, LinkedIn, you have courses on Coursera, and then you also have a lot of courses from various publishing associations, or you also have a lot of courses which talks about, which teaches you on the publishing, which teach you on the editing processes as well. We will share all those links in our description box. So what are various roles or various jobs that are available for editors? Sometimes it actually depends on industry to industry or company to company, but more or less we will talk about the commonly used terminologies or the skills that you will see in the role of editor. So number one is the copy editor. Copy editor reads, checks the accuracy, checks the spelling, grammar, uniformity, and understandability of the text. Then you have production editors. Production editors generally coordinate for the entire project. They coordinate with other editors, freelancers and authors. So sometimes they are also called production editors. Then you have commissioning editors. The role of the commissioning editors is to scout and hunt for the authors, talk to the authors, and ask them to write the content that you need or your company needs. Then you also have development editors. What development editors do is they will again go through the manuscript and they develop the manuscript further in terms of the pedagogical features, in terms of the uniformity of the text, in terms of the target market that they are looking for. So development editors do all that. Then you have editorial proofreaders. They generally, so before the publishing, a lot of companies have another step to ensure that the content published is correct. So editorial proofreaders will go through the text again and they will look for those mistakes if there are any left in the entire process. For example, spelling mistakes or punctuation or header level mistakes. So the editorial proofreader ensures that the content that is going to publish is accurate. And then you also have research editors in some companies. Those editors generally research on the topic. They will come up with the plan and structure for that entire content, and they will either write by themselves or then they will further pass on to this document to the authors or the subject matter experts. Then you also have simply editors. So those editors could be news editors, or they are also editors who write some chapters in edited volume. So they are the writers as well. And the last is the editorial project manager. In some companies you will find editorial project managers. They project manage the entire editorial aspect or editorial production of the manuscript. So these are some of the very commonly known job roles that you will see as an editor. So who hires editors? Now you know the role of editors, you know what kind of certifications you can go for, what kind of skills you need. Now you need to know is what kind of companies hires editors. So you have publishing and magazine publishing or book publishing companies who would want their editors to read the text for the complete accuracy before they publish. And then you also have media companies. So before they publish any news in the media, they want editors to go through for the corrections or for the accuracy of the text. Then you have newspaper publishing companies. They publish a lot of content every day in and out, either through print or digital. They also need editors. And then you also have magazine publishers, like we said, they also need editors. Then you have corporate communication or corporate companies who look for these editors to publish any of their corporate related information or sheets or anything that they want to publish for the public on their website or on the newspaper. So they also need, so corporate also need editors. And lastly is the advertising companies. They also publish a lot of content for their clients in terms of print or digital media. They also generally hire editors to ensure the content that is going out is correct and error-free. So what all do you need to perform the role of editor? You need to have a computer with MS Word. You need to have understanding and a document of your style guides from your company. If they don't have, you probably may have to develop the style guide for the company. And then you also need some tools, online tools that can help you complete your work quickly. For example, Grammarly or Perfected. There are some online tools as well. So these are some of the basic to intermediate tools that you can use as an editor. You have Grammarly, you have Hemingway editor, you have Focus Writer. So we will also mention some of it in our description box for you to refer to it. So I'll also share some of the AI tools. You will see now a lot of AI tools are coming up to help. For example, to write, you will have a lot of AI tools. For designing, you have AI tools. For voiceover, you have a lot of AI tools. So what AI tools can help as an editor? You have copy.ai, you have u.com, you have ChatGPT, OpenChat by ChatGPT, you have super.ai, you have wordadvice.ai, you have Jasper, you have PaperPal. So there are a lot of them. We will also give the links of these tools in the description box. So how much can you really make if you are opting editor as a career option? So if you are a beginner, you're starting with your first job as an editor, the annual income for a full-time job could vary from 3 to 5 lakhs per annum. If you are an editor with about 3 to 5 years of experience, you can earn somewhere around 6 to 10 lakhs per annum. If you have an experience at a manager level, or if you are heading an editorial team, you could probably be making from 10 to 30 lakhs per annum. And for example, you are working as a freelancer, you could make somewhere around 25 rupees per page to 50 to 60 rupees per page. Again, it depends on the complexity of the text. It also depends on the scope of the editing you are doing, and it also depends on the experience that you bring for the client, and it sets up the rate for your work as a freelancer. So average income for freelancer could range from 25,000 to 1 lakh per month, depending on the number of projects you have. So this is a very good option, guys, if you are the one who likes to be around books, who likes to read a lot, who likes to write as well. So this is a very good option, guys. All right, thank you for staying till the end, and we will mention all the links in our description box. And in our next video, we will talk about the publishing industry, the tools and software that are used in the publishing industry. So guys, please subscribe our channel. Don't forget to notification bell icon. So hope to see you soon. Thank you and all the very best.